Here to speak on the importance of eye contact. Um, the first point that I would like to talk about is making a connection to the audience by establishing eye contact is a way of the speaker connecting with their audience. It also shows a sense of respect that the speaker has to the audience that they are speaking in front of. For instance, if you are in an auditorium or you're somewhere where you're coming to listen to someone speak to you, whatever topic it might be, imagine if that speaker got on stage or in front of the crowd or audience and they turn their back to the crowd or to you as a spectator when you're there to listen to their message. What does that tell you about the speaker? How does that show that the speaker has respect for their audience? Um, how would you feel? It is important for the speaker to connect with the audience because their words become more personable. It becomes more relatable to that person that is in the audience. And what the speaker ultimately wants to do is convey a message. Also, in the same time, they want to make that connection with their audience. They want to be believable to their audience. And in order to do that, that connection has to be there, whether it's with other nonverbal communication, cues, gestures. But I personally feel like it starts with making that eye contact with your audience. Um, I would not like to sit and listen to a speaker who showed disrespect with their nonverbal communication. Once the speaker has established their connection with the audience, it is important for the speaker to control the direction of their speech. Um, Not only through eye contact, like I stated before, but with other nonverbal communications as well. Hand gesture, maybe taking a few steps to the right or the left, leaning towards your audience, leaning in, showing that you are engaged in the conversation as well. If you are interested in the topic that you're speaking about, then I believe that the audience will become more engaged and they will show you that respect and they will pay attention to you. It's all about commanding that attention to your commanding the attention from your audience. Um, when you step out on stage, or when whoever's speaking steps out on stage, it's good to make eye contact with different individuals in that room, in the audience, wherever you might be, or wherever that speaker may be. Excuse me. That also commands attention of individuals in the audience, and it keeps the speaker in control. Looking individual audience members in the eyes, it takes your speech um, to a more of a conversation level. It makes it more intimate. It can have that person engaged, if you will. You want to continue to keep that connection, not just make the connection initially, but you want to keep that connection and you want to keep that um, command and that presence throughout the entirety of your speech or your presentation. If you let your eyes wander, it can give off as if you're ill prepared for what you're speaking about. It can come across as if you are nervous, if you are just not interested or you don't want to be there. Audience members and people that are watching you, they do pick up on those things and they are listening to that nonverbal communication that you are giving as well. Keeping your eye contact, it can help you deliver your message. It can keep your message clear by maintaining that eye contact throughout the entirety of your speech or your presentation. Focus on the audience from the very beginning is very important while doing a presentation or a speech. Take a moment before you even begin to speak. When you step out there, take a moment and scan the room. Take a look at the audience. Get a feel for who your audience is, who you're going to be speaking in front of, who you're going to be presenting in front of. It doesn't have to be a long pause. Take a few moments, gather yourself, scan that crowd, and that will also, your presence is also that nonverbal communication that will grab the attention of your audience from the very beginning, because you want to keep that their attention throughout the entirety. Try to make them feel like you're speaking to them individually. I myself have watched speakers or presenters present something in a sense to where I'm sitting there and I feel like they're speaking to me personally, like I'm the only one in the room. And from the very beginning, they have grabbed my attention. From the very beginning, they have gotten me engaged and had just kept my attention all the way through the speech. Um, and it's good that you want your audience to feel like that. You want your audience to feel like you're speaking to them individually, one on one. Like I said earlier, you want to take that speech or presentation and you want to bring it down to a level of a more intimate conversation, so that can maintain throughout the entirety of the speech. So what we want to do is just recap um, and just confirm that eye contact is important because it commands the attention of the audience. It also commands the respect of the audience as well. Maintaining eye contact throughout your speech or presentation allows your audience to connect with you. It shows that you respect the audience, and then they, in return, will respect you by staying connected and engaged and focus on your words in your presentation and what you have to say. According to Toastmasters International, eye contact does establish an immediate bond with the audience, especially when a speaker focuses on individual listeners rather than just gazing over the audience as a whole. Um, I hope this has been helpful to those who are not so comfortable speaking in front of large crowds. I know that doing this has helped myself, and I hope that it helps others. Thank you.